8 Haunted Places in Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama. Maple Hill Cemetery. Tucked away among a group of trees in Maple Hill Cemetery is Dead Children's Playground, which is supposedly haunted by children buried nearby. Many people who visited Dead Children's Playground have witnessed some very strange things, including swings moving on their own and the ghosts of children playing. Many have also reported hearing laughter and children calling out. And if that's not strange enough, several people have even discovered orbs of light in their photos after having them developed. Enterprise, Alabama. The former Rawls Hotel. The Rawls Hotel ceased operations during the 1970s, and today it houses a restaurant, several businesses, and it's also the headquarters for Navigator Development Group Incorporated. Many visitors have claimed to hear children's laughter outside of the restaurant's bathroom. Table place settings have also been known to move around on their own. According to reports, the lady in red will appear next to the second-story stairs where she was reportedly pushed from the balcony to her death. The ghost of Captain Rawls himself has also been reported in the basement of the Rawls, where other odd occurrences have been known to take place. Gulf Shores, Alabama. Fort Morgan. The construction of Fort Morgan began in 1819 and was completed in 1834. During the Civil War, Fort Morgan experienced a heavy fire. While the Battle of Mobile Bay took place, the Union set the fort on fire. This historic battle resulted in many deaths. One of the most haunted areas of Fort Morgan is the old Barracks. In 1917, a prisoner committed suicide by hanging himself in the barracks of the fort. Since then, many people have reported hearing him cry during the late-night hours. Also, during the Civil War, a bomb went off in a room of the fort, killing many men. These men can still be heard screaming at night. The ghost that many people are most familiar with is the one that belongs to a young woman. This woman was attacked sometime during the 19th century, and according to local lore, she still roams Fort Morgan looking for her attacker. Sardis, Alabama. Adams Grove Presbyterian Church. Adams Grove Presbyterian Church, which was built in 1853, is a historic Greek Revival-style church. In 1974, the church's last congregation was held. In 1986, it was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. Ever since its last congregation, strange occurrences have been reported by residents of Dallas County. Over the years, paranormal investigators have also witnessed strange things happening. Several people have reported seeing a shadowy man with fiery red eyes in both the church and the cemetery, which was established 5 years before the church was built. Many people have also reported seeing the ghost of a Confederate soldier ordering trespassers off the property if they enter the cemetery. Several people have also spotted the ghost of a former minister inside the church right before a major thunderstorm. The sounds of a crying baby have also been heard throughout the church. It is important to know that the Adams Grove Presbyterian Church is now privately owned. Demopolis, Alabama. Gainswood Plantation Home. The owner of Gainswood Plantation Home was Nathan Whitfield. His first wife died in 1846 and he hired a woman named Evelyn Carter to help with the household chores and to look after his children. Ms. Carter would entertain the children by playing various musical instruments. After an extended illness, she sadly passed away. Prior to her death, she requested to be buried back in her hometown in Virginia. Because her death occurred during bad winter weather, there was no way to send her body home. Mr. Whitfield sealed her up in a pine casket and kept it under the house until he could send her body home. Ms. Carter's spirit never left Gainswood. Visitors have reported hearing footsteps on the home's stairway, as well as sounds of Miss Carter playing the piano. Carrollton, Alabama. Pickens County Courthouse. The Pickens County Courthouse, located in Carrollton, is the site of Alabama's most famous ghost story, The Face in the Courthouse Window. According to legend, Henry Wells, a former slave, was accused of arson. To escape lynching mob, he fled to the attic of the courthouse. While warning the people below that he'd haunt them forever if they hurt him, lightning struck and etched his face into the attic window, which can still be seen today. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Drish House. The Drish House, located in Tuscaloosa, is believed to be the most haunted house in Alabama. As the story goes, Dr. Drish, the homeowner, died after falling down a stairway. Sarah, Dr. Drish's widow, kept the candles from her husband's funeral to be used at her own funeral. She informed her family and friends that this was all she wanted. In 1884, when Sarah died, her family and friends couldn't find the candles. Following Sarah's funeral, several hauntings occurred inside the Drish house. The best-known haunting to occur at the Drish house is the third-story tower fire. There have been several reports of a fire in the third-story tower. However, there's never been any evidence of a fire. Many people now assume that Sarah was lighting the candles that were supposed to be used for her funeral. Birmingham, Alabama. Sloth furnaces. James Slag Wormwood, a foreman during the graveyard shift in the early 1900s, was over a crew of nearly 150 workers. Wormwood was known to be quite cruel, ordering his crew to take on dangerous risks to speed up production. While he was in charge, 47 crew members lost their lives. In 1906, Wormwood fell into a huge pool of melted iron ore and died. After Wormwood's death, workers felt an evil presence at Sloth. In 1926, a night watchman was pushed from behind and injured. In 1947, 3 supervisors were found locked in a boiler room, unconscious. Supposedly, a badly burned man approached them and told them to get back to work. Over the years, there have been more than 100 reports of paranormal activity at Sloth furnaces recorded by the Birmingham police.